I thought you said you were starved of love. Even when you are betrayed and misled, God will still provide for you, honeymoon. You are not weak for needing guidance, but you are also not smart about it when you receive it. All of life is a cycle, but you can still evolve. Now don't get lost, and follow me. I come in many forms, but I am always here to help. Kid Arrow comes in many forms as well. From TikTok to Instagram, to music and poetry, to perfumes you can smell, to even letters in the mail sent to you if you want to join the Patreon and personally connect with Van. But Van is still here for you through Kid Arrow.
I think to be human is to be a million things, but something that is guaranteed about life is that you're always going to have struggles. I think there is beauty in all suffering. The thing about it is that we all go through it, and we can all relate to each other in one way or another. You're not weak or pathetic for needing guidance in life. You're not weak or pathetic for even needing comfort or reassurance. It's a natural human thing to do. But there's so many things that I notice that set you up for failure in life. Whenever you want help or guidance or advice, a lot of the things that we learn in life set us up for failure. We take things out of context or completely take it the wrong way. We go down a path that ruins. It keeps us stuck in the past. It makes us relive the past and not grow at all. Today I will be sharing with you some of the sayings or quotes that I believe really set us up for failure if you take it the wrong way, because there is a right way to go about it. The first saying that I want to start off with, following your heart. I'm pretty sure you've been told that before. Sometimes we feel stuck in life and we don't know what decision to make, but then we get the saying, just follow your heart. I think it's beautiful to follow your heart, but that doesn't always make it right. I'll give you an example. Marriage. Because in marriage, you have to follow your heart. You don't get married just because, that's very rare. We always get married because we want to follow our heart. When people get married, it's always emotional. It's always out of emotion. We do it because we feel something so deeply for this person. But a lot of people get married completely out of emotion, only because they feel so deeply. They don't really think it through as they should. So a lot of marriages that were out of emotion, they might not always last. If they do last, it would probably be because they benefit from each other in a way that is healthy. Let's use my mom and my dad. They loved each other, of course they did, but it was not always the right choice. If you have divorced parents, you would probably know. At some point, they loved each other to the end of the earth, but that love doesn't mean that it would have lasted enough to keep their passions alive, because passions burn out, they do end at some point in your life. That's just something that we have to face. We need to acknowledge that love, real love, is unconditional. You're not always going to stay attracted, and you're not always going to stay passionate. At some point, you're going to get tired. It's going to burn out. You're going to feel so different than how you used to at the very beginning. But real love is when you still choose to love them. Because love is a choice. It's not a feeling. To choose to love someone is real love. It's unconditional. For my parents, they chose to stop loving each other. They fell out of love. You don't just fall out of love, because love is not temporary. Love lasts forever. What they had was an infatuation, an emotion that didn't last long. This emotion, look how far it got them. It didn't last long, did it? That's because they married out of emotion to follow their heart. Their heart was full of emotion, not logic. When you want to follow your heart, it's a beautiful thing, but we must remember to include logic. It was not logical for them to get married. They did not have a house. They did not have good jobs. They did not even have any support system at all. And still they did it. They had kids. That is not logical at all, is it? So it's wonderful to follow your heart. Beautiful things can blossom out of it, but that just doesn't make it right all of the time. We have to think logically, and we have to have patience. To follow your heart, that can include so much impatience. You're not always going to be patient. To do something so impulsively, that is just not following any logic at all. We must include logic. Following your heart is not a bad thing at all. It's really good. In fact, we should include it in our lives. But we must remember to every single time that we want to follow our heart, we must include logic. The second quote is something I have done all of my life. Treat others the way you want to be treated. But let's hear that sentence again. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Do you notice something? I always wanted to be treated with kindness, but I noticed something about the way I would treat others. Every time I would treat somebody else with kindness that I yearned for, I wouldn't get it in return, but still, I would continuously treat them the way I wish to be treated. You have people that want to nurture. I love to nurture people, and I love to understand them. I love to hear about their lives. I never really judge firsthand. I always wonder, there must be something wrong. I do love people the way I wish I was loved. Sometimes you love people so much that you want to nurture them, not realizing that the only reason you're doing that is because you wish you had that so much. We love people and we take care of them. We give them everything. We compliment them. We do as much as we can for them, even though we don't get anything in return. But what we fail to understand is that the reason we do it is because we are reflecting what we wish we had. Sometimes it can lead to neglecting your own self. Whenever you neglect yourself, do you even want to be treated nicely? You're treating others in a way you yearn for, yet you settle for the complete opposite. So do you care to be treated that way? Naturally, human beings want to nurture each other, but then we don't get it in return all the time. We have to acknowledge treating others the way that we want to be treated is actually just a reflection of what we yearn for as human beings. That isn't a bad thing. I think it's a great thing to treat others the way that you really yearn to be treated. But let's also remember another part. Love languages matter. Love languages are so unique to people. I have a very, very unique love language. It is love letters. I love letters so much because they require effort and they have to be thought out. They include drawings sometimes or very significant memories or moments or details. Love letters are so unique. You cannot just write them, you cannot just copy them. They involve very specific things about you. Love letters to me are basically a message saying, I notice you and I notice this. This is what I hold significance from you. Something that shows how significant you are and just how special and unique you are. Love letters are a big acknowledgement of me. That's why I love letters so much. Love letters are just something that cannot be copied. They cannot be just rewritten from something else. They have to be specifically about you. That's why I love them. So enough about that. But that is my love language. I love letters. Nothing else matters to me as much as love letters when it comes to love language. What if I had a partner and he completely did not care about love letters? Yet I was still giving him love letters after love letter over and over and over. Well, it just did not mean as much as it does to me. I'm loving him and I'm treating him the way I wish to be treated. But to him, that is not his love language. But I am loving him the way I wish to be treated, not the way he is asking me to treat him. Imagine that you loved roses, but somebody loved lilacs more. So they would always give you lilacs, even though your flower are roses. You're like, you're loving me with these lilacs, and that's great, you know? But my flowers are roses. You're treating me the way you want to be treated, not how I'm asking you to treat me. So that is why that saying, it's sweet. And if you take it the right way, you can do so much. So for one, do not take advantage of your own self. Do not take yourself for granted. Do not settle for someone who would never treat you the same. For two, love people in their own specific love language. Don't just assume they like the things that you like, because they don't. They're completely different from you. The saying can totally set you up for failure if you take it the wrong way, which honestly, a lot of us do. There's a scientific study, experiment, that proves my point. Whenever people say actions speak louder than words, that is so, overlooked. Words are so overlooked because they can do so much. When I was a little girl, the first time, I remember when my life completely turned around. When I was told that I was ugly. I was so little in daycare, and ever since that day, I've never been the same. She didn't touch me, she didn't hit me, she didn't throw anything at me, nothing. She said a single word, you're ugly. And I have never been the same since then. That was just a word, and still it changed my life. Words can completely change your life. They really can. It can ruin somebody's life. A single sentence can change you forever. Think about something that changed you forever. What is something somebody told you that changed your perception of love, of self-worth and value? Or something that completely changed the way you see the world? Something that completely changed your morals? Words mean and can do so much. We just overlook them so much. Wounds can heal, of course, but words, they last forever. They can even be they can go through generations. Did you know that? Even if you have an eating disorder, they can be passed down through generations. Words can harm you generationally. So actions, yes, they can hurt you. But words, they can last forever. There was a study about two plants, okay? They were the same plant. They had the same amount of sunlight every day, the same amount of water, attention, just everything about them. Well, these two plants were always next to each other, but one of the plants was told sweet things, nice things, compliments. It was praised every single day. While the other plant, it was bullied. It was told the meanest things ever. Oh, you're ugly. You're gonna be such an ugly plant, you know? And so, this happened every day, but still they got the same amount of attention, the same amount of water, of sunlight. Guess which plant blossomed and which one completely withered away and died? Over words. The actions were completely the same, but words killed a life. Words killed a life. Is that not like, that should say something? A matter of life was taken due to words. Whenever you say something, it can be so dangerous because actions are so thought out. Actions are planned. You think about them, but words, they can just be spewed out without no hesitation, no thinking. It's dangerous. A lot of times we don't think through what we say. Actions speak louder than words. That's why you need to watch what you say, really. Only towards others, but yourself. Whenever you think in your head, oh, I'm so ugly, like, oh, I'm so worthless, you're thinking that and you're saying that to yourself. That is gonna bring you down. That is gonna make you feel like life is not worth living. So that's why we need to be careful about what we say to others, but what we even say in our brains to ourselves. So, yes, one last thing that I think all of you guys should keep in mind. Have you ever been told, hope for the best? Sometimes I'm told to hope for the best. Even sometimes I say, I hope it'll work out, or I hope this will happen, stuff like that. I tell myself that, and I notice something. Every single time I tell myself that, subconsciously I know I use the word hope because I know that there's gonna be nothing to change what I wish could happen. I'm surrendering myself, and I know it's gonna hurt me. I know it can be so bad that it could ruin me. I'm admitting I have to hope because I know that this could hurt me. So instead of saying, I hope for the best, you're basically saying, I'm wishing for the best. You don't need to wish, just trust that it'll be fine. Instead of having hope, have faith. Don't say, I hope for the best. Say, I have faith in the best. Instead of saying, I hope everything will be okay, say, no, everything will be okay. Because no matter what happens, no matter how hurt I get, life is always with me. Life is on my side. Life wanted me here since the beginning, and life has brought me here. So I know that everything will be fine. So hope is just a wish upon a star. That is all that it is. Instead, have faith. You're here for a reason. You're not just a statistic, you're not just a number. You're here for a very specific, unique reason. Embrace that, and do not just wish for the best, do not just hope. Know deep down you're here, because you're meant to be. Have faith. Thank you guys for watching, and I love you all so much. Embrace who you are and all of your uniqueness, and just be kind to yourself and everything else.
Friendships will drift away. Relationships will end. Parents may disown you. Pets will pass away, and so will this earth. But the one thing that will never change is that I am always watching to protect you and guide you. I even cry with you. You are not alone ever. And all of this, because our Father allows it. Now let's go.